Okay, this episode is the sequel of the previous episode that we are we was talking about how to really improve your English listening skill then, and the previous one I just talked about why we fail to improve the English listening skill and how to improve, how to successfully improve. And on this episode, I would like to talk about the concept of after we talk about the spiritual advice from the beginner to start, and then uh, we would like to talk about why your listening skill improves very slowly, why it improves very slowly. So uh, this is a common problem among intermediate listeners. Many intermediates feel like their listening has stayed at the same level for years, even though they still listen to English regularly. This is something that I've experienced myself. When I began to improve my listening, it didn't take long for me to notice an improvement. However, as time passes, it becomes more and more difficult for me to notice any improvement. It was still listening to English regularly, but my listening seems to be improving at an extremely slow pace. At the time, I didn't know why, but now I do. If you haven't noticed it, a significant improvement in your listening in a long time, here is the reason. You keep listening the thing you can easily understand. All right. Last episode we talked about why we why we can't to improve our listening skill, right? And some of that uh, point to we uh, try to learn from the difficult the difficult material, too difficult material. But after that, on this part, we talk about why we improve slowly, and one of the reason that we just keep listening on the easily material is, for example, you keep listening to the same speakers whom you can understand very well. You only listen to American English but not British English. You keep listening to the same topics. For example, you only listen to business podcasts like this. You keep on the same same topic, same main idea, or just same clip video like this. Don't get me wrong, it's fine to listen to easy stuff, but because it can still improve your listening. But be careful, if you only listen to something easy, don't expect to see a quick improvement. It's like trying to improve your piano skills by only play a simple song like Happy Birthday to you. It's not effective. Okay. Uh, is there a way to quickly improve your listening skill? So, listen, listen, listening skill can quickly improve. Yes, there is. It is how. Listen to challenging English material, challenging level. Let me explain. First, let's divide English material into three categories based on difficulty. Number one, too difficult to understand. Number two, easy to understand. And number three, challenging. Let's discuss which category is the best. Category number one, too difficult to understand. This kind of material in which you can't even understand the main idea. If you listen to something and think, I had no clue what they are talking, I have no clue what they are talking about, then your listening to this kind of English material. It's waste of time to listen to something you don't understand. So you should avoid that kind of listening material. Okay, if you can't keep the main idea of that, it's a waste of time. Number two, the category number two, easy to understand. This is a kind of the material in which you can understand almost every single word. Almost every single word. For example, to talk by a native speaker who speak slowly and clearly. The recent intermediate students have trouble improving is that they only listen to this kind of material. You already know every single words that maybe slower improve you. And category number three, challenging. Challenging English material are conversation in which you cannot make out every single words or sentence, but you still understand the main idea. For example, of challenging material, a conversation in which people speak a bit fast, but you can still follow the conversation. A conversation that contains some words or phrases you don't know, but you still understand the main idea. A conversation in which you can understand 80 to 90% of the content. This is the best kind of English material to listen to. Want to know why beginners improve fast? It's because for them almost everything they listen is challenging. When you expose yourself to challenging stuff, you improve quickly. When you expose yourself to challenging stuff, you improve quickly. So if you are an intermediate or advanced English listener who wants to improve quickly, make sure that you are listening to a lot of challenging stuff. Here are a few ideas on how to do that. Number one, listen to speakers who don't speak clearly. Don't keep listening to people who can perfectly understand. Some speakers are most difficult to understand than author. Listen to those people as well. Okay, don't skip if you uh, not used to be like uh, familiar with the accent or the speed of someone or the type group of vocab from someone. Uh, also listen listen to them. And number two, listen to various topics. Don't keep listening to conversation on the same topics. Make sure to listen the topics that you aren't familiar with as well. Randomly choose the topic will uh, open your mind for learning a new word, a new vocab. Number three, listen to both American and British English. If you are already good at listening in one of these accents, practice listening to the other accent as well. Alright. A summary how to improve your listening skills. There are the most important things you have learned from this article. Number one, you must listen a lot every day. The best way to do it without spending for your free time to listen to English during activity that don't require concentration or deep thinking. Number two, another way to listen a lot of English is it entertaining. Make it entertaining by being watching interesting YouTube channel or popular TV shows and movies. Number three, if you are a beginner, make sure to start small in the beginner. If it's possible, you should also read in English to learn some new vocabulary. Number four, if you're listening comprehension is at the intermediate level. It seems like no longer improving. Listen to challenging English material more. More is mean at kind of not too difficult or not too easy. The last thing you should know, even everything I share in this article is meant to be a guideline, not a rule that can't be broken. If you disagree with some other point I made, feel free to ignore them. If you think some of my advice is too difficult to follow, feel free to uh, disregard the advice. For example, I suggest that you should listen to both American and English, British English. But if you only want to improve your ability to understand American English, maybe you're currently working or studying in USA. When then feel free to listen only American English. That's all fine. Here is another example. I said earlier that you should listen to various topics. But if you feel bored when you listen to new topics and doing so discourage you from listening to English, then please ignore the advice. My point is you don't have to believe everything I say. Treat my advice as a guideline, not a rule. Oh, it's a good it's a good advice that let us give us for uh, make me think, make me just decide by ourselves that you can you can follow or not. It depends. I will recap about the topics today. Why listening skill is very slowly improved. You keep that's come from you keep only listen to the mat easy material to understand, and the way to quickly improve your listening is pick your material in the level of challenging is mean around 80 or 90% of the content that you understand, that you keep understand, but not make it too difficult cause you will giving up before you will giving up early. For example, you don't understand not you all of it, you don't understand all of it, all of the word, all of the phrases that is that might be too difficult material, or you you completely understand every single word, every single phrases, every single uh, sentence that, and you can clearly understand, you can deeply understand all of it, every word, every single words. That might be easier uh, easier might not make you improve your listening skill, and the level of challenging you just, some of that is too fast, some of that is too complex, or some of that you didn't understand that, but you keep the main idea, is the key of the improving quickly. uh, pick the topic or various topic, or only one topic if you can continue to listen English. that that's that is all fine. All right. uh, the four summary I will recap for four summary topic. One is you must listen a lot, and number two is make it fun, make it entertaining. Number three is start small and don't beat yourself up. if you make anything wrong. And number 4, keep the challenge level and practice more. This is all of the how to improve English listening skill by influent.com. How to really improve your listening skill. That's all of today. Thank you so much.